Hey guys, welcome back to Real Talk Bougie. Guys, if you are not caught up on this story, let's get into it. Raven Yates was apprehended this week on charges of abandonment without intent to return. Raven Yates, as you may or may not know, is a fugitive or was a fugitive wanted for abandoning her children in Texas and taking off to Alabama. She was discovered missing from the home when her middle child's father called to check in on the children, and her mother happened to see her in Mobile, Alabama, and questioned her, where were her kids? Let's get into it, and then we're going to talk about it.
Okay. Anyway, let's move on. Good morning, good morning, good morning to everyone. I'm so glad that you're here. Guys, we do have a breaking news update. I know some of you guys saw it on the YouTube streets yesterday, but that is okay. You heard it here first. Some months ago, Raven Yates, the mommy in Texas who abandoned her kids. Some people felt like it was like not a play, but some people felt like it wasn't real. Some people felt like they're falsely accusing this woman. What if she was sex trafficked? What if she's been wrongly accused? What if? But if you follow her on Instagram and Facebook, sis was posted up at the hotel. She was posted up on her social media. Sis was doing the absolute most and selling that putty cat or appeared to be selling the putty cat and was not concerned about those children at all. Okay. They are reporting from Mobile, Alabama, according to Roman Forest Police Department, a Texas woman accused of abandoning her children has been arrested in Mobile. Raven Yates allegedly abandoned her 12-year-old daughter and her 3-year-old son in their home in Texas in September of 2022. In November, the children's father, who was working in California at the time, became concerned over regular requests for food delivery from his daughter. Following an investigation by the Roman Forest Police, an arrest warrant was issued December 8th, 2022 for Raven Yates on 2 counts of abandoned endangered child without intent to return. Sis took off. Since Roman Forest Police released the details of the story to the media, Yates has been actively making social media posts about her situation. This led to many tips and leads. U.S. Marshal, because y'all nosy out there, U.S. Marshals, Gulf Coast Violent Offender Fugitive Task Force followed a tip to an apartment complex in Mobile. The apartment manager confirmed Yates was staying with a male in a complex. On Wednesday afternoon, a male friend cooperated with entry into, on Wednesday afternoon, the male friend, the Negro she was with, I'm assuming, okay, cooperated. They were like, psst, hey, let me holler at you. Unless you want to go with us, open the door. You're going to be an accessory before, after, and during the fact, okay? This, you can keep it cute or we gonna make it real ugly. On Wednesday afternoon, the male friend cooperated with entry into the apartment where Yates was apprehended. Yates is currently being held by the Mobile Police Department as she waits extradition back to Montgomery County, Texas. Sis has a full head of natural hair, okay? Look at that. On March 8th, in a joint effort between Roman Forest Police and the U.S. Marshals Gulf Coast Violent Offenders Fugitive Task Force to locate Raven Yates, resulted in her being located and apprehended at an apartment complex in Mobile, Alabama. Yates was staying with a male friend at the apartment complex in Mobile. Yates was taken into custody without incident and is currently being held at the Mobile Police Department awaiting extradition back to Montgomery County. Okay. Let's see this news story right here.
marshals got her. A smiling Raven Yates there, handcuffed and on her way to Metro.
Yeah, this picture taken tonight after marshals tracked her down at a West Mobile apartment complex. Her charges, nothing to smile about.
The reality might be setting in when Brooks was booked. This is her new mugshot. Police outside Houston have been looking for her for about 3 months. They say she left her 12-year-old daughter and 3-year-old son home alone for
Hey,
nearly
Chelsea.
2
Hey, Virgo.
months.
Hey,
Yeah, the
Positively
Roman Forest,
Blessed.
Texas police chief tells me the 2 kids were found in this home in deplorable conditions, empty pantries and urine-soaked beds, they say. Police also say the 12-year-old was asking her father, who lives in California, to send food, telling him Yates was just at work. Investigators say the little girl was scared to tell anyone that Yates had just left them because they might separate her from her little brother.
Well, according to police, the 12-year-old's father found out Yates was seen in Mobile, where she's from, without her children. And that's when he flew in and got law enforcement involved. Police say Yates had been active on social media, making posts about the situation, and that's how they were able to catch up to her.
Yeah, a tip came in. She was arrested at the Twin Oaks Apartments on Old Shell, where she was apparently staying with another man. Yates, no stranger to the law. She was featured on Fox and Fugitive Files in 2018. That was her being taken to jail on charges that she beat someone with a box cutter, fire extinguisher, and rubber mallet who was trying to repossess her car.
Court records indicate she bailed on her probation officer. In that case, Yates faces 2 counts of abandoning or endangering a child without intent to return. She's going to be here until she's extradited to Texas. As far as children go, police tell us they are okay and they're staying with family members.
Okay, Raven. Yes, she takes on many different looks, guys. Let me show you. I don't want to say shape-shifting, but she definitely takes on some different looks. Let me see if I can find her because I know I'm following her. Where is she? Of course I'm not going to find it right now. Where the hell was the family? So the father so mommy and daddy are not together. That's no new news, right? We see that all the time. Mommy and daddy are not together. Daddy lives in California and mom took off and baby girl was calling and asking daddy to send her DoorDash and like food deliveries, right? And he was sending him. He said that mom was at work. That's what she said. She said, he's like, "Where's your mom? Mom's at work." And that was it. And she was afraid because her oldest sister had ran away. So there's a 14-year-old actually. The 14-year-old, I don't even want to know how they made it. The 14-year-old made it to Alabama from Texas, running out the house one day. So her 14-year-old was a runaway and left the 12-year-old and the 3-year-old, and she was terrified. And she said, Mom might have said, I'm gonna handle that ass. Who knows? If your mother will walk away and leave you and go states away and not even care, then God only knows what was happening in that house. But mom took off and left. Let's see. Dad was in another state. I mean, that's life today. You know what I'm saying? People are states away from their kids. And if you got a trifling ass baby mama, you don't really know what's going on. Look at Olivia. I mean, come on, y'all. Olivia was sitting up there doing the most. That's why her kids don't even live with her today. Maybe to try to find her in Mobile. So you guys got to get caught up on the story. Sis left her kids legit. 12-year-old and a 3-year-old. And the father became concerned because her mother, this lady, Raven Yates, her mother saw her like at damn Walmart in Mobile and was like, "Where's the kids?" And she didn't have an answer. So grandmama calls baby Fava in California and says, "I just ran into Raven. She's here in Mobile." And he said, "But I just talked to Boo Boo. I just sent her some food DoorDash." He hung up. This is what they said. So we'll go back to, look, on Real Talk Bougie, we'll get into this story if you want to. If you guys really want to get into like what happened to today, We can go back, but we're not going to do that this morning. But homie called the Roman Forest Police Department and reported that he's been getting calls from his daughter who lives with her mother. He lives in California, and he's been sending DoorDash to the house, and his daughter is only telling him that mom is at work. Meanwhile, his baby mother's mom, the grandmother, called him in Mobile, Alabama, and just ran into her at Walmart, and she took off. Can you please go do a welfare check over to the house? So they went to do the welfare check, and that's when they discovered what was going on. And the father was immediately on a plane coming to retrieve the kids. The baby, of course, is not his. The daughter is his. The baby is not. All of the kids were delivered to the grandmother in Alabama because all of the kids wanted to be together. The 14-year-old, by hook or by crook, made it to Alabama, and she was already there with the grandmother. And the 12-year-old and the 3-year-old are with the grandma. So they're safe. They're with their grandmother and they're together. I think, with these kids, even though the father could take his daughter, she'll be separated from her other two siblings. And probably right now, for trauma purposes, it's probably best to keep all the kids together in one place, because this woman has done enough damage to these kids. And we don't know what that little girl went through to get to damn Alabama by herself. Isn't it incredible? She's like a damn shapeshifter. What we saw over here, I mean, you can see that that's her. But she's one of these people that makeup does wonders. Okay. Not that she doesn't look good here, and not that she's, a bad looking woman or anything, but there she is there. And then girl with that makeup on, we've seen the magics of makeup on the YouTube streets, right? We've seen what makeup can do, right? Okay, am I being Fran, you're being so shady. No, I'm not. I'm telling the truth, okay? Is that wig, okay? This was 2 days ago. Sis has been wanted. How deep is your love? So she's doing all of this, trying to be cute on the internet. There she is. Okay, there she is. I mean, very much like someone we know on this internet, taking pictures, all of the things, putting on wigs. But yeah, that's her with a little bit of makeup and a whole lot of wig on. There she is. Raven Yates, guys, yesterday was apprehended in Mobile, Alabama by U.S. Marshals for abandonment with the intent not to return. Okay. Are these, I think these are the kids. This is almost right after, that's the little 12-year-old right there. And that's the 3-year-old. Look at him walking down the steps, not even holding the banister. There's mom. Okay, doing the most. And then so people on the internet were thinking that potentially she was sex trafficked. So people were kind of giving her the benefit of the doubt that maybe there was some foul play. But it appears that homegirl, so she tried to show the refrigerator when she left. But ma'am, just because that's the refrigerator when you left doesn't mean that that's 2 months later with no extra food. So I guess she was trying to make it seem like she left enough food and provisions. You can't leave a 12-year-old and a 3-year-old for 2 months. So she was trying to, how the fuck the police ain't get you yet? So look at what people were putting in the comments. If you go to her comments, it's atrocious. And people are saying, I don't think she's on the page. People were basically thinking she's been sex trafficked. Maybe someone else was running her page. People did not want to believe that this woman literally abandoned her kids, because most of us sane women would never do something like this. But sis is clearly selling that ass. Okay. But look at her with some makeup on. Look, it's a wonder what makeup and lashes and some smudge proof velvet lipstick will do. It gives you a whole new face and a good filter, okay? A good filter, okay? We see this all the time on the YouTube streets. Don't be fooled, guys. There are a lot of people who don't look like who they are representing. They are using good filters, good makeup, and damn near shape shifting. Good morning, Olivia Pope. Hey, boo boo. Guys, I am working on bringing back the chandelier t-shirt, Bougie Gang, Love Lies and Lace Front chandelier tee for the summer. It will be up and posted hopefully by this afternoon. So take advantage of the Bougie 20% off. If you guys are interested in a very cute tee with a very cute chandelier on it, if you like to be fancy, don't forget about Bougie Gang merch at loveliesandlacefronts.com. Okay, get you some. Chelsea, but why didn't he take them instead of letting them go to care? Instead of letting them go to their grandmothers? I think the little girl wanted to be with her sister and her brother, and those are not his kids. I think she's got 3x3. So, you know what I'm saying, guys? Keep in mind, you guys do what you want with your uteruses and putty cats and stuff like that, but keep in mind, we don't live forever. And if for some reason something should happen to anyone, which is real, right? Understand your kids could end up going in 3 different directions, because even though they have your mama as a grandma, they have these kids have 3 different sets of families, right? These kids got 3 different sets of families, 3 different fathers, 3 different situations. So the only stability for these kids who are suffering from abandonment is to go with their
grandmother, the mother of Raven Yates, who now has the children in custody. Okay, guys, that's it for right now. We are all the way caught up on Raven Yates. She is awaiting extradition from Alabama to Texas. When she hits the courtroom for her arraignment, we will cover that video as well. So definitely stay tuned. If you are not subscribed to this channel, I don't know what you're waiting for. Make sure that you're subscribed, hit your notification bell so that you can be notified every time I post another video or go live. Thanks for joining us. Take care and have a wonderful day.